Hello, welcome to your unique devotion. Here we go. It's Hebrews chapter 9. We're doing verses 6 through 10. This is entitled Limitations of Earthly Service. So let's just hop right into the most important part. Hebrews chapter 9, starting in verse 6. Now when these things had been thus prepared, the priests always went into the first part of the tabernacle, performing the services. But into the second part, the high priest went alone once a year, not without blood, which he offered for himself and for the people's sins committed in ignorance. The Holy Spirit indicating this, that the way into the holiest of all was not yet made manifest while the first tabernacle was still standing. It was symbolic for the present time in which both gifts and sacrifices are offered, which cannot make him who performed the service perfect in regard to the conscience, concerned only with foods and drinks, various washings, and fleshly ordinances imposed until the time of Reformation. Okay, so yesterday the talk was about the tabernacles, how there was a place, not necessarily a building, but a tent, something that the priest would walk into, and what was in that first tabernacle. Then they would open up a veil, there would be curtains, and they would go through that, only one, into the second part of the tabernacle. And I had said something to you about the tabernacles of your life. The places that you walk into on a regular basis. I suggested something like when you go to the bathroom in the morning, walking into the bathroom, walking through your house into each room being the tabernacle. The next part of your day, maybe being in your car is the next tabernacle, being at work is the next tabernacle. Do you follow my train of thought here? Every place that you walk into becomes your tabernacle. A place where there are daily habits, daily routines, just like the Pharisees and the priests would have had. So today's question: can all enter? Now, before, only one priest could walk into the holiest of all. That final place, that final tabernacle behind the veil, only one could enter, and he had to do a sacrifice for everyone on their behalf. But Jesus, his death, his shedding of blood, is the permanent sacrifice for all. So the answer is, can all enter? Yes. And that's the point. Recognizing that it's not just one little place that's completely built just for one person, for all of mankind to walk into, like it's some sort of secret. God doesn't want it to be a secret. He wants us to understand that all of our hearts are open to that. Okay? So since all of our hearts are open to that, we all have a chance to walk into that holiest of all, right here, right now, where you are. The room that you're standing in is your holiest of all. And any place that you walk, any place that you go becomes your holiest of all, and can be your place of presence with God. And I talk often about communicating with Him 24/7 and trying to build that understanding, that feeling that He is always there with you, not just in the holiest of holies for one guy. And yes, even for the weird guys, even for the weird girls, for the people that you think are strange, for the people that you think are doing life wrong, from your perspective, God still loves them just as much as He does you, putting us all on the same playing field. We all get to walk in, we all get to enter into His presence now through communication, thanks to the Holy Spirit, sort of our connective being, if you will. So, one more time, can all enter? I want you to think about that, as I'm going to think about that a little more deeply. And when I come across those people that I think are weird, I need to say to myself, do I really believe that they can enter too? Because it's something you need to really grasp and understand, that all can enter, that we are all the same. So think about that. Because I know for me, sometimes I look at some people and I think, not they can't enter God's whatever, but I think like, oh, they're weird. They're not like me. I don't want to be like them. Put them over there. But they're on the same playing field as me. They're just as much a part of humanity as I am, and we are really no different in probably more ways than I know. So, just something to think about. I hope that God gives you all the blessings you deserve, and even more so, all the blessings you don't deserve. Have a wonderful day. Do all the fun stuff, like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you tomorrow.